I got bait all underneath me. I got Lakers all underneath me. It is go time, folks. Come on. Got him. That was the lightest bite I've ever felt in the world. But the first Laker of the day, and he's off. We're on a kind of new to me lake. It is a very weird lake. It's shaped weird. The wind comes out of a weird direction on this lake compared to probably 90% of the other lakes that I fish. And there is Lakers absolutely everywhere, which is not weird, but also bait absolutely everywhere. Got him. And they're freaking feisty, my goodness. Yeah, come over on this side. Super, super feisty today. Just a little guy. So that was the first one of the day. We're using the swim bait bag today, and we're just gonna do a vlog style video. I'm gonna try to record Livescope as much as possible. I know most of you don't have Livescope. I can turn on 2D at some point here, and the fish are just going nuts down there right now. And this lake is very rocky, so I'm getting very hard returns from Livescope. So you see my ghost tree a lot, and that is the reason why. So I just dropped down there a second ago, and I loosened my drag to land that fish. We need to re-tighten our drag every time. And we want to stay above these fish as much as possible here. And we get another one engaged here. Oh, just a little love strike. Really? Man, I love jigging. And this lake is probably the second clearest lake that I've fished. Oh, he's chasing me. He's chasing me down. He's chasing me down. And I really do not like this wind howling here. So I'll kind of drop tips as I go along here, but you know, we're doing vertical jigging, we're doing a little bit of casting just because I have Livescope. And I want to stay away from fish as much as possible. Ooh, he chased me and then gave up. But there's absolutely Lakers everywhere. We're on a neck down point on the lake right now. My guess is there's current here. I know there's bait here because I've seen them on Livescope. My ghost tree is atrocious today. And there's also salmon in this lake, so if I see salmon, I'm going to cast to them. $65 without the wind. And we don't want Lakers to see our jig until the very, very last minute. The wind's carrying my line here. It's not even worth casting that far. So, if you have the opportunity to cast the Lakers, do not line them as much as you can. Right? Do not put the line over the top of the fish unless you have to. So always try to pick off ones that are casting distance. Right now we got wind howling at my face, which is bowing my line, which makes it really hard to get an accurate cast. Got a Laker right underneath us. So someone asked me this silly question, right underneath that foot mark, FT, that's all bait right there. That's small, either young of the year perch, young of the year smelt, basically really, really, really tiny, like inch long food for lake trout. We want to be in and around that Right now these lake trout are going just about everywhere they can, which is nuts. They're just kind of roaming around and eating. Got another one. They seem to be liking spoons this morning. Just a little guy. Nice little laker. Going back in. So we have some finicky lakers this morning. So we're getting them with reaction bites. And there is just bait everywhere around me. Holy crap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lakers. Now they're all behind me here. What the heck is going on? Got him. Feisty son of a gun. Jeez Louise. Feisty, feisty, feisty little guys. Yeah. And there's just lakers freaking everywhere, guys. Keep our line close to the water as much as possible. Ooh. Oh, he hit it. He missed it. Oh, he missed it again. Here he comes. Oh, no. Oh, that fish was hot on it, too. Crap. There's a whole mess of them over there at 40. Got him. Oh, my goodness. And he's off. I'll count that one as a click. Me there, 50. Glory of using a pole over having it on your trolling motors. I can trim that up. I can look back here. Got him. Set the hook on him again. Feistier one for sure. And so these pup lake trout are just notorious for shaking the hook. They do all sorts of belly rolls and flips and shakes and just like absolutely everything to get off the hook. So I just keep a tremendous amount of pressure on them. I'm using 15-pound braid. This is probably a 15-pound leader. I normally run 12. But I'm being lazy. This is normally when I'm losing right here at the net. Well, that's a little bit bigger one. That's a little bit bigger one for sure. Bam. Stop. Nice one. That's probably a 24. High 20s at least. 24 on the money. Dark fish too. And we got some more back there at 60. And casting behind the boat is usually not advised, but because I'm the wind's blowing up my face, it's okay. Got another one. A lot smaller. We've had an absolute heat wave the last 3 days, 100-degree days. Do not fish for lake trout in those days unless you really have to, unless you're taking them home. Just not good for them. We got a nice overcast today, a little bit of chop, which helps keep the trolling motor honest and not flailing around the whole time. Super pretty one. And I try to limit air exposure to like under 10 seconds back in the water. So this may seem weird. You guys see me like catch fish, throw back fish, catch fish, throw back fish. And I really don't fish that often. I fish like maybe once a week, and I get as many videos as I can while I'm out. So when I'm releasing fish, I'm doing it as quick as possible because I'm doing catch and release. And I like almost never take pictures of fish. I'm pretty sure these people are gonna come over and talk to me here. Yeah, they're coming to talk to me. How's it going? It's like fun. It's a blast, man.
Yeah, what are you picking up, some bass?
Lake trout. Lakers.
Oh, Lakers.
Yeah. Is that what you guys are trolling for? Salmon?
We were, yeah.
Yeah.
Lakers, rainbows.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, have fun, guys.
Good luck.
My wife says I have that face that everybody wants to stop and talk to, and I love talking to people. More when I don't get recognized, because then I get stopped a lot. I don't know if this is the big one or not, but he's right on me. Oh, that was scary, guys. That big fish came in and kind of like pushed all the other fish aside, which is what I love to see. And I have no big rods out right now. Got him. Small one. Little guy. This might be the ones I've already been targeting. I don't know yet. Some in front of me, there's some behind me. Trolling motor's going nuts. There's one right there. Actually, there's two right there. Just haven't seen me yet. Just casted those ones behind me here. Get a little bit better cast at him. 60, 70. Increase. And that's straight. Jig. Barely see it, guys. Over there at 65 feet-ish. If you don't know where your jig is, especially with, if you're purposely casting the fish with Livescope, don't let them see it. Right. You would rather reel it away from them super fast instead of, putting it right on their nose and letting them get a good look at it and then ignoring it the next time you do get a good cast in there. Got him. He slacklined me. So, especially on the chase, fish will slackline you, which means they overcame the jig and got your line tight. It's really not good because the hook will go further back in their mouth. And, like that one. You're more likely to lose them, and if you don't lose them, you're more likely to injure the fish in the gill area. That was a sweet rip, though. Oh, he's hangry. He's hangry. He's closing the gap. He's closing the gap, and he denied me. We're gonna move like 20 feet that way, or like one boat length. Over, and then stop. And then spot lock, and then undo spot lock, and then redo spot lock. So what happens is it drifts, grabs the spot, and then tries to re-grab that spot and put you in reverse. That's what spooks fish. So I always undo it twice. My freaking goodness gracious, there's a lot of Lakers in this lake. 70 right on the nose. Seeing it sink down there. Slack, let me. Come on. Come on. Ah. Yeah. I can't get any to seem to go vertical, which is what I like to do, obviously. But we're so shallow here. Maybe I should put on my 3/8 ounce jig. Cut through some of this wind here. Another super important tip in Laker jigging, the style that I do, which is like drive, fine fish, spot lock, is face your boat into the wind. Right now I'm going into a bay, so I can't do that. But that prevents you from spinning around and getting a line underneath the boat, and it's just way more, it's just way better. It's just way easier to land fish if you're doing it that way into the wind. Just like I always say, folks, moral of the story is don't leave fish to find fish. I wanted to scout this lake a little bit more. If you guys want to support the channel, if you folks want to support the channel, visit benditfish.com where you can buy your swim bait bag. This has a bunch of other stuff in it, but it's got a 2-inch, 3-inch, and 4.75-inch, and the jigs associated with it as well. And I'll pull up a picture of it right here because mine has a bunch of other stuff in it already. And if you want to learn more about lake trout, either click here or click here, and I'll see you on one of those next videos.